Okay. So again, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining me this morning. So as we start seated, again, have your block handy. We're going to start off with the legs out wide. Start here for a moment. You want to make sure that your hips, think of your pelvic bowl like a bowl of water, right? And if you know your pelvis has this the movement of tilting forward and back, the anterior and posterior tilt, right? And so normally when we're sitting in a position like this, or if we're really tight in the backs, the hips and stuff, those muscles are attached to the low back. And what it does, it kind of creates this kind of hunching and rounding. So if that's happening, maybe add some extra lift, but really take the time, pull the flesh of the buttocks back so that you're encouraging the pelvic tilt into a neutral position. Right, so think of your like I said, think of your pelvic bowl like a bowl of water, and you want that water in a smooth, flat surface, right, to begin with. But we are going to be tilting forward in a moment. So you're going to have your block handy. If you really tighten the legs, tighten the hamstrings, feel free. You can even soften the knees, right? Bend the knees a little bit, right? But now you're going to start to tilt forward. So now that pelvic bowl, the pelvic bowl is now tilting down over the legs or down the center. Hands to the floor out in front of you. It could be really tight this morning. So again, as you come into it, find your edge, right? Remember, you're not trying to force yourself into the fold, and you're not trying to push yourself into it, but find right where you're at, right? Where you start to meet that resistance and just kind of hang out there for a moment. Breathe here. Those of us who have a little bit more range, if you're close to the floor, then you can use your blocks and then, rest your forehead up on those blocks. Sometimes I like to do this setup here. And what you're really doing is just breathing and relaxing into that tension. The inner thighs and the groins. The muscles are just lightly responding. You can almost just feel it. But again, you're not forcing, you're not pushing. We don't want to hurt ourselves here. Those is with straight legs, toes flexed in towards the knees, and you want the thighs, the quads engaging, like as if they're pulling back into the hip socket. So as you're pushing out the heels with the straight legs, there's that retraction back in towards the center. And after a while, the muscles may start to give and soften a little bit. Feel free to go deeper. Feel free to adjust. Continue to even out the breath. Good. Another couple breaths here. Good. And then yogis gently walk the hands back. All right, sitting tall. Let's go and slide the right heel in. Keep the left leg extended out and push out to the heel. And then anchor the right hip, anchor the hips into the mat, into your support. Turn your left palm open, rest that right on top of the leg. Good. And then as you exhale, we're going to slide down the leg, hinging over to the side. Roll the chest open to the right side, rolling that right shoulder back. We'll take the right arm up and over. Yeah, nice deep lateral stretch this morning. So keeping the hips and legs anchored. Good. Now, next acceleration, let's come back up to center. And release that top arm down. And then we'll change sides. So right heel out, left heel comes in. All right. And then resting our right arm right on top of the leg. Anchor the hips down. Yogis, when you're ready, take it over to the right side. And we'll take that right arm or that left arm up and over. Good. And now let's come back up to center. And top arm down. Good. Let's bring the legs out to the front, in front of you. Shake out the legs. All right. And then cross the legs. Have the one leg in front of the other, crossing right at the middle of the shins. So meaning that you're lining up the knees with your hip bones, right? So no wider than that. If it's okay for the knee, go and stack your one leg on top. Otherwise, if that's too much for the knee, just keep it legs crossed, one in front of the other. Toes flexed in. Again, have your block handy. So take the time, pull the flush of the buttocks back so that we're, again, encouraging that pelvic tilt. Hands to the floor out in front, fingertips down. Draw the low back in, lift your chest. And as you exhale, hinging forward. And then again, feel free to use your block. You can place your block underneath the forehead or blocks, one stacked on top of the other. So now getting into the outer hips here. And maybe even notice if one side feels tighter than the other. And if it allows, maybe go deeper. Make the adjustment. Good. And then gently walk the hands back. Sit tall. Uncross the legs. Take your legs forward. Wiggle it out. Shake it out. All right. And then changing the crossing or switching the crossing. So set yourself up. Knees in front of the hips. Have your blocks handy. Take the time, pull the flush of the buttocks back. And I know we didn't do this on the first side, but let's do it here. Reach down, grab a hold of the inner thigh with one hand and then other hand onto the outside and just manually externally rotate the leg out, right? It may not seem like it's moving, but you want to feel like that's the direction that you're going, right? Externally rotating out. All right. Hands to the floor out front, fingertips down. Low back draws in, lift your chest. And keeping those sit bones anchored as you exhale, coming into your fold. Yeah, sit bones and pelvis drawing down and back. Good. And then when you're ready, gently walk the hands back. All right, blocks out to the sides. Bring your legs forward out to the front. Shake it out. Okay, let's go across the legs. Yogis, let's go forward onto all fours. Yeah, go and slide your blocks forward just off to the sides. All right. Let's warm up the spine. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread, palms grounded. Get your knees right underneath the hips and then tops of the feet flat into the floor. Good. Arms, elbows straight, all together. Take a deep inhale, let the belly drop. Lift your heart forward to the front. Good. Begin your breath. As you exhale, round the spine. Take your chin to the chest. Good. Continue on. Deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Continue on your own. Use this time to, get in sync, get in tune with the breath. So many of us are familiar with Ujjayi Pranayama. You can start that process. Yeah, let's give it a couple more.
Inhale to neutral, flat back. Let's walk the hands forward just a couple inches in front of the shoulders. Keep those fingers spread. Lightly turn the palms away from the center. So the index fingers are pointing straight ahead. Yogis, when you're ready, curl the toes under, pick up the knees, raise the hips up into your first down dog. Yeah, press your arms straight, lengthen back. And then take a few moments warming up the legs. Keeping the feet hip width apart. Let's do this. Arms straight, elbows straight. Lift your sit bones up. Lift the heels away from the floor. Good. Stretch and lengthen back. And then what I want you to do is soften and bend your right knee a little bit. Just kind of let loose with it. And you're going to sway the hips over to the right side. Spin your outer left heel flat to the floor so the left foot is pointing at an angle. All right? And then press back. You should feel a nice side body stretch here on that left side. Yeah, right leg, right knee is just kind of hanging in limbo. Good. And then changing sides. We'll raise the sit bones up, lift the heels up. Arms, press your arms straight. Soften the left knee. And then you're going to sway the hips now over to that left side. Pivot around on that right foot so the right foot is pointing at an angle. Just off to the side a little bit. Pressing back. So now you should feel this on that right side. Good. And let's bring it back to center. Raise the hips up, point the toes forward. And then yogis, when you're ready, sink those heels towards the floor. If you're still feeling really tight in the backs of the legs, then keep the knees softly bent. Good. Let's stay here for a couple breaths. Breathing your down dog. Yeah, if you're working with straighter legs, roll those inner thighs back. Press your heels down. Good. Now soften the knees. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Coming to the rear of the mat. Heels to the floor. Rest your belly onto your thighs. Let the head hang heavy. Relax the neck. You can just kind of shake the head, nod the head yes, or shake the head no. And grab a hold opposite elbow here. And then gently sway the body from side to side. Yeah, feel the spine. Good. And then fingertips down. Lift your chest forward to the front edge of your mat. Yogi, straighten out your right knee. Keep the left knee bent. Bring your left hand to the center. We're going to open up into a twist. Right arm to the sky. Good. Lean your chest back. As you wrap the ribs, open to the side. Yeah, you may feel a little something down that outer right hip. Good. Exhale, release that top arm down. Let's change sides. Right knee bends, straighten out the left leg, opening up to the left side. And again, upper body extending forward away from the hips. Lean back as you open up. Good. One more breath in. And release, top arm down. Soften both knees. Walk the hands forward, back to downward dog. All right. Press and lengthen back. Stretch away from the earth. All right. Yogi, shifting forward, high plank. Bring your knees down to the floor. Let's lower all the way down to the mat. One piece. Good. Stretch the legs back. Reach out to the toes. Bring the toes to touch. Walk your hands back. Get the elbows right over the wrists. On your next inhale, lift your chest. Low Bhujangasana, low cobra. Good. Exhale, release chest to the mat. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. Yeah, keep those shoulders back. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Last one. And exhale, release. Good. Let's place the hands next to the chest. Yogis, press up hands and knees. Shift it back into child's pose. Take the knees out wide, just to release that low back. Yeah, keep the arms stretched forward out to the front, palms pressing down. All right, yogis, shifting forward, hands and knees, curl the toes under. Let's come back, downward facing dog. All right, let's walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. And as you come to the top, hands on knees, stretch your spine forward away from the hips, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold, release over the legs. Again, inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Soften the knees, sweep the arms out to the sides, rising up on the inhale. Yogi, stretch tall, big, bright opening. And then as you exhale, turn the palms right down the center in front of the heart. Good. Keeping the feet grounded, heels grounded. Sweep the arms up out to the sides. Half sun salutes. All together, swan dive, flat back. Inhale, lengthen, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold, release. Push to the heels, circle to rise, inhale. Back to center, exhale, palms to the heart. 2 more rounds, inhale, rise. Forward fold as you exhale. Lengthening, inhale. Forward, release, exhale. Push to the heels, circle to rise, inhale. Back to center, exhale. 1 more, inhale, rise, circle up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Releasing, exhale. Ground to the heels, rising up, inhale. And exhale, back to center. Good. Moving forward, inhale, sweep the arms up. All together, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stretch your chest, lengthening forward. Exhale, step your left foot back to a deep lunge and pause. Walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Feel free to use your blocks for support. Yogis, runner's lunge, right knee over the heel. Lift the lower belly, tuck your tailbone under so that there's this sense of buoyancy, right? Hips are feeling like they're heavy and you're resisting that weight with the back leg. Take an inhale, reach your chest to the front.
Good. As you exhale, straighten out the right knee. Shift the hips back. Inhale, rebend, come back into your lunge. Good. Exhale, once again, straighten and fold. Let's ride the breath. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, rebend, right knee over the heel. Pause. Take your right hand to the waist. Gaze forward to the front. Yogis, we're going to turn twist opening to the right side. Yeah, roll that right shoulder back. Keep that right hip in. And then when you're ready, stretch right onto the sky. Breathe. Yeah, again, make the hips heavy, like you're like somebody's sitting on the hips, pressing down towards the floor, right? But again, you're resisting that weight by pushing that left leg straight. And what that does is it creates stability. Those two forces working together. Good. Take one more breath in. Exhale, top arm down. Good. Spin your left heel flat to the floor. Walk your hands around over to the left side. Parallel your right foot in, taking a wide stance. Turn the toes in with the heels out. Fingertips down, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold, release over the legs. So do that again. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Let the head hang. Take your hands behind the hips, clasp the palms together, interlock the fingers. Yogis, when you're ready, straighten up the arms, reach the arms overhead. Feel free to use your strap if you're feeling really tight this morning in the shoulders. But let's lift the shoulders up and back away from the ears. Good. Breathe. Beautiful. Release the arms down. Fingertips to the floor. Lift your chest. Inhale. Soften the right knee. Rotate your right leg back up to the front. Walk the hands around. Good. Step your left foot forward to the top of your mat. Reach your chest. Exhale, forward fold, release. Push to the heel, circle to rise on the inhale, coming all the way to stand. Palms down the center as you exhale. Second side, inhale, rise, circle up. Forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen, reach your chest. Exhale, step your right foot back, deep lunge. So again, pause here, walk your hands back. Hands underneath the shoulders, or feel free to use your blocks. Line it up, knee right over the heel, left hip right behind the knee. Squeeze those outer hips in. Good. And again, make the hips heavy, like somebody's sitting on the hips, and then you're resisting that weight by pushing the right thigh up. Good. Take an inhale, reach your chest. All together, exhale, straighten up the left knee. Inhale, come back into your lunge, rebend. Exhale, once again, straight and fold. 3 more, inhale. Good, exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale.
Inhale, rebend, left knee over the heel. Pause, lift your chest. Yogis, move your left hand to the waist. Draw the outer hip back, get it right behind the knee. Back leg stays strong and firm. When you're ready, opening up to the left side. Wrap the ribs, turn your chest, opening to the left. We'll take that left arm up when you're ready into the twist. Breathe. Yeah, plug that right heel straight back. Good. One more breath in. And exhale, release, top arm down. Spin your right heel flat to the floor. Yogis, walk your hands around over to the right side. Wide stance, facing the second side, toes in, heels out, hands underneath the shoulders as you lift your chest. That's it. As you exhale, forward fold, release. Again, inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Good. Walk the hands back. And the fingertips with the toes, palms, shoulders width apart. Hug those elbows in. Get the elbows right over the wrist. So again, let the head hang heavy. Good. Now start to press in the palms. Bring yourself deeper, deeper into the fold. Breathing here. Yogis, press your outer heels down. Hug those outer ankles in. Lift up the inner arches of the feet all up into the inner thighs and the groin. Good. Breathe. All right, gently walk the hands forward, underneath the shoulders, lift your chest. Soften the left knee, rotate your left leg back out to the front. Let's walk the hands around. Good. So going forward, yogis, let's set that right foot to the top of your mat. Lift your chest. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold, release. Push to the heels, circle to rise. On the inhale, coming all the way to stand. Palms come down the center as you exhale. Good. Moving forward, inhale, sweep the arms up. Forward fold, exhale, flat back. Fingertips down, inhale, reach your chest. Exhale, step your left foot back. Release your left knee to the floor. Push off your right heel, sweep the arms up into a low lunge. Good. Lift the lower belly, lean back, lift your chest. Sink the hips forward and down. Continue to rise up out of that low back. Waking up the arms, waking up the fingertips. Good. Take one more breath in. And all together, exhale, release, hands down. Straighten out the back leg, lift your chest. Yogi, sit that right foot back, downward facing dog. Stretch away from the earth. Next inhalation, coming forward, high plank. Either knees to the floor first or one piece, come down to the floor as you exhale. Keep those elbows in close to the sides as you release. Good. Stretch your legs back, low cobra on the inhale, maybe a little bit deeper into this back bend. Peel the chest open. Good, and then lift the lower belly, curl the toes under, come back, downward facing dog. Good, stretching away from the earth. Good, when you're ready, left leg rises, inhale, left leg. Bend the knee, turn the hips open to the left side. Yeah, hug that heel back, keep the arms straight, press the floor away. Good, square the hips, take the knee forward, let's set that left foot to the top of your mat. Set it up, knee over the heel, right knee releases. Yogis, push out that front foot, slow lunge, rising up. Good, lift the lower belly, lift your chest, rising, rising, rising. Opening at the front body, breathe. Good, take one more breath in. All together, exhale, release, hands down. Right foot steps forward, inhale, reach your chest. Exhale, forward fold, release. Push to the heel, circle to rise on the inhale, coming all the way up to stand. And exhale, palms down the center. Continue on. Inhale, rise, circle up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, lengthen, reach your chest. This time, step your right foot back, deep lunge. Right knee to the floor. Push off the left heel, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Feel it open in that back bend, open it up. Beautiful, exhale, release, hands down. Pick at the back knee, inhale, reach your chest. Exhale, step that left foot back, downward dog. Yeah, press those inner thighs back, stretch away from the earth. Shifting forward, inhale, high plank. Either knees to the floor or one piece, chaturanga. You choose, cobra or up dog on the inhale, push the floor away. Take your time, downward facing dog as you exhale. Good, stay for the inhale. Ground to the exhale. Inhale, right leg rises, reach to the heel. Bend the knee, turn the hips open to the right side, hug that heel back, draw the knee back, then again, keep your arms, elbows straight. Good, square the hips, take the knee forward, step that right foot to the top of your mat. Knee over the heel, left knee releases. Low lunge on the inhale, push off that front foot. Good, open, open, open. Beautiful, exhale, release, coming down. Stepping forward, inhale, reach your chest. Exhale, forward fold, release. Push to the heels, rising up on the inhale. And exhale, palms down the center. Good, let's go deeper. Inhale, sweep the arms up. All together, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot back, deep lunge and pause. Feet hip width apart, right knee over the heel. Let's keep that back knee straight. Yogis, take your hands to the waist. Lead with the chest coming all the way up into a high lunge. Shoulders right over the hips. Sink the hips down as you point that right knee straight ahead. Good. Back leg straight. And again, remember, you're trying to get the pelvis into that neutral position, right? So draw the lower belly in, lifting the front of the pelvis up off the thigh, dropping the tailbone straight down. Good. Keep that. When you're ready, circle the arms out to the sides, rising up. We're going to turn that left palm away. Right hand will grab a hold of the wrist. Good. Reach up and over to the right side for that lateral stretch. Good. Hold and breathe here. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands to the floor. Slide that right foot back, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, sit bones high enough. Stretch away from the earth. Remember, you can always stay right here. Those who want to move through a vinyasa, shift it forward on the inhale, high plank. Lower chaturanga, exhale, keep those elbows in. You choose cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. And again, stay for the inhale. Grounding to the exhale. Left leg rises, inhale, reach to the heel. And then you turn the hips open to the side. Once again, press the floor away from you as you lengthen back. Good. Keep drawing that outer right hip back away from the waist. Good. Square the hips, take the knee forward. Set that left foot to the top of your mat. Good. Move your hands forward. Shift your weight into your front foot and then set that right foot to the top to meet. So feet together, hands on shins, hands on knees, lift your chest. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold, release. Push to the heels, rising up on the inhale, coming all the way to stand. Palms down the center as you exhale. Second side, inhale, rise, circle up. Forward fold, all together, flat back. Inhale, lengthen, reach your chest. Take a big step back with that right foot. Pause, feet hip width apart, knee over the heel. Hug those outer hips in. When you're ready, take your hands to the waist, and then lead with the heart coming all the way up to stand. And so again, sink the hips down, push your right leg straight, draw the front of the pelvis up, getting that pelvis in that neutral position. All right, and then hug those outer hips and stabilize that. When you're ready, circle the arms out to the sides, rising up. As you come to the top, we'll turn that right palm away. Left hand will grab a hold of the wrist, reach up, side bend, lateral stretch now to the left side. Good, breathe. Good, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, palms to the floor. Step that left foot back, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, sit bones high and up. Press those inner thighs back, stretch away from the earth. Those who want to take a vinyasa, float it forward, high plank. Lower chaturanga, exhale, keep those elbows in. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Push the floor away, shoulders back, heart lifting. And then all the way back, downward dog, exhale. Right leg rises, inhale. Bend the knee, turn the hips open to the side, hold here. Again, press your arms straight, draw that right knee further back, draw your outer left hip back. Sink that left heel towards the floor. Beautiful, square the hips, take the knee forward, step it all the way through, top of your mat. Hands move forward, shift your weight forward in that front heel, and then bring your left foot forward to meet. Hands on knees, stretch your spine forward, lengthening. And exhale, forward fold. Good. Push to the heels, rising up on the inhale, coming all the way to stand. And as you exhale, turn the palms down the center in front of the heart. Beautiful. Release the arms. All right. Yogis, just go and step to the side. You choose. You can face the screen. Have your blocks handy. Wide stance. Have your blocks
behind the heels. If you just have one block, just have it behind the, for now, have it behind the right heel. All right. There you go. One way to measure it out is as you take the arms out to the sides, line the wrists right over the heels. Yeah, good. And then take your hands to the hips. From the hip socket, rotate your right leg out towards the short edge of your mat. We're gonna come in a warrior two, bend in, sink the hips down. Turn that left heel away. Keeping the upper body, shoulders are lined up right over the hips, right? So even here, we're looking for that neutral pelvis. Draw the navel in, drop the tailbone down, squeeze that right butt again. There you go. All right, let's open the arms out to the sides for warrior two. With that right knee straight ahead. Keep your gaze fixed right over that third finger. If it helps, eyes closed. Start to map out the entire warrior from right to left, from the ground up. Yeah, keep that front knee, that right knee from buckling in. Keep that hip open. Good. Now, next exhalation, lean forward, deep in the hip crease. Left hand to the waist for now. Take your right hand onto the block. Choose a side or size. You can go tall side, medium height, or just maybe on its flat side. So the block is on the outside of the heel. Hug your knee right up against the arm. Good. Squeeze that right butt again. Spin your chest to the left side. Back leg strong. We'll take that left arm up and over. Good. Stretching up to the left side. Breathe. Beautiful. Let's take that left arm to the sky. Push strong into your right heel. Let's come all the way to stand. Good. Straight out the right leg and release the hands. Hands to the hips, and then parallel that right foot in. All right. Yeah, if you only have that one block, just have it move that over to the left side now. So let's change sides. Soften left knee, rotate your left leg out towards the front edge or towards the short edge of your mat. Bend in, sink the hips down. Remember, the knee never goes past the heel. So again, you're stacking the knee right on top. Good. Pick up your right heel, turn it away. Roll the outer heel into the floor. Push strong into that back foot. Good. Keep this knee open, left thigh open. Left buttock hugging in. When you're ready, arms out to the sides, warrior two. Nice and lined up, shoulders over the hips. Opening up from side to side. Take your gaze over that third finger or eyes closed. If you want to lessen any distractions, take your attention in. Sometimes I feel it's a lot easier to feel the experience of what's happening in these poses when the eyes are closed. And continue to balance out the breath. Good. Yogis, push into your right heel, lean forward, reach up past the knee. Good. Let's take that left hand down. Choose a height for your block. And have it on its tallest height, medium height, or on its flat side. Hug your knee right up against the arm. Take your right hand to the waist for now. Good. Keep the big toe sealed into the floor. Yogis, when you're ready, wrap the ribs, wrap your chest over to the right side. Good. We'll take that right arm up and over. Good. Stretching, reaching for the right side of the body. Hug your knee right up against the arm. Keeping the hip open. Breathe. Yeah, tuck your tailbone downwards towards that right heel. So you're reaching full potential to the spine. Beautiful. Take another breath in. Right onto the sky. Push off that left heel. Slowly rise, coming all the way up. Release the arms. Turn that left foot in. You always walk the feet back to center or just hop it back to center. Standing in the middle or mats, just take a leg break for a moment. Shake out the legs. All right. Let's take a half sun salute. Point the toes forward. Separate the feet hip apart. Turn the palms open. That's it. On your next inhalation, sweep the arms up. Fold it forward. Exhale, flat back. Inhale, lengthen. Reach your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Release. Push the heels, rising up on the inhale. And exhale, palms down the center. Beautiful. Hands to the hips. Once again, step the feet wide. Measure it out. And again, if you only have that one block, just have it to the right behind the right heel. All right, from the hip socket, rotate your right leg out. Once again, turn the toes out to the short edge of your mat. And then turn your left toes in, spin the heel away. You may have to shorten your stride. We're gonna set up for Trikonasana. Again, push your big toe down flat into the floor. And what I want you to do is with your right hand, make an L shape with the thumb and index finger, like that. And then see that little curve in between, that little C curve? Run that along the top of the thigh, right up until you hit that hip crease, right? Where basically where the leg or the top of the thigh meets the pelvis. What I want you to do is dig into that, push into it, and then let the pelvis tilt over the right leg. And the upper body is just going along for the ride, right? Hinging, hinging, hinging. Good. Keep that left heel grounded into the earth. And when you're ready, we're going to slide that right hand down. Place our hand onto the block. Keep it to the outside of the heel. Good. Yogi, spin your chest over to the left side. And when you're ready, we'll take that left arm up. So we're going to take it a little bit differently. Keep those legs strong, feet grounded, heels grounded. Upper body extending out to the side. I want you to bottom out to that bottom ribs, right? So top ribs softening down into the right. Good. Now from the shoulder socket, turn your left palm in, up and over the ear, like you would in side angle. Good. Breathing here. Right buttock wrapping underneath the pelvis. Left thigh, press it straight, press that left thigh back behind you. It says if you're stabilizing, you're locking in the pelvis. Good. Another breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Left arm to the sky. Soften the right knee a little bit. Push off that front heel, that right heel coming all the way to stand. Good. Release the arms. Hands to the hips and then parallel that right foot in. All right. Changing sides. Rotate the left leg out. Move your block over to that side if you don't If you only have that one block, turn the right toes in, heel away. Yeah, feel free to shorten your stride if you need to. All right, standing nice and tall, both legs straight. And again, now with your left hand, make that L shape. That little C curve right in between. Run that along the top of the thigh, right until you hit that hip crease, right? Now, dig into it, press into it. Hips will start to shift, tilting over the left leg. And again, the upper body is just going along with the ride, right? Back leg stays straight. When you're ready, we're gonna slide that left hand down, place it onto the block. Take your time. Good. Spin the ribs, spin the chest to the left side, or to the right side, I'm sorry. And then right arm up. So again, as you push the big toe down, feel that retraction, right? Right thigh, right quad pulling back into the hip socket. Squeeze that left buttock in. There you go. Now from the shoulder socket, turn the palm inwards, up and over the ear. Wrap the ribs, turn your chest open. Breathe. Yeah, press that right leg straight, right heel digging into the earth. Good. Take that left right arm up, soften the left knee, and then press yourself coming all the way to stand. Release the arms, turn the left foot in, and then wiggle the feet back to center. All right, shake out the legs. All right. Now let's come back to the tops of our mats. Standing tall, turn the palms open. Take a moment into Tadasana. Get the feet grounded into the earth. I feel all that prana just kind of moving through the senses here. All right, yogis, when you're ready, sweep the arms out to the sides. Big, tall opening. All together, exhale, forward fold. Flat spine as you come down. Fingertips down. Inhale, reach your chest. Exhale, step your right foot back. Plant your palms all together, step it back, downward dog. Press away from the earth. All right, shifting forward, high plank. Let's bring the legs together, toes to touch. Shoulders right over this. We're gonna roll over to the right hand for Vasisthasana, side plank. Feel free to, you can have one knee down and then over to the side, like so. And then taking that left arm up. Otherwise, stack the legs, stack the hips. Squeeze that right hip, that bottom hip up into the top hip. And then we'll take that top arm up and over just like we did in side angle. Good, squeeze that right shoulder blade in. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Yeah, you can start to bow it up a little bit. Bow those ribs up to the sky. Beautiful. Face the floor, top arm down. Face the mat. Take an inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. Yeah, for now, just keep the toes together, feet together, legs together. All right, second side. Inhale, shifting forward, high plank, shoulders over the wrists. Remember, you can always modify. You can bring that left knee down to the floor, then roll over to that left hand, coming into your side plank. Otherwise,
onto the left side, stack the hips, stack the legs, push the floor away from you. Don't collapse in that bottom shoulder. Squeeze that bottom hip up into the top hip. Lift, lift, lift. Upper body buoyant. Top arm up and over. When you're ready, breathe. Beautiful. Gaze to the floor, top arm down, face the mat. Pause for the inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. Good. Stay here for 3 breaths. Beautiful. Let's bring the knees down to the floor. Knees wide, toes towards the center, sit bones back, coming into child's pose. Good. Relax, relax, relax. All right. And then yogis, gently walk the hands back. Sit back under the heels, lean over to one side. Let's bring the legs around to the front. All right. Let's go and come onto our backs. Lay on down. All right, let's bring the knees into the chest, Apanasana. Hands in front of the knees, press your shoulders down, ground that low back into the mat. Take a few moments just soaking in that dense earth energy beneath the body. Feel that energetic shift. From active to passive. Good. Let's bring the feet back to the floor. Keep the knees up. Separate the feet wide apart, about as wide as your mat. Yogis, take your arms out to the sides into a T. Good. We're going to sway the knees all the way over to the left side. And maybe adjust the upper body a little bit. Take your gaze over to the right arm. Optional, if you want to go a little bit or take this a little bit deeper, try picking up your left heel and then place that right on top of the right leg. Right onto the outer leg, so that it kind of gives it a little pull. But again, if that's too much, just, you can always skip that part. Yeah, just allow yourself to relax into the twist. Good. Let's turn the gaze back to center. If you have your foot on top, just go and release that. Let's go and bring the knees back to center. Adjust your hips.
And then when you're ready, sway the knees all the way over to the second side, right side. Yeah, even take the time to scoot the bottom right ribs from underneath you. Left ribs rolling into the earth as you take your gaze over to the other side here. And of course, if you're going deeper, feel free to pick up that right heel, place it on top of the left leg. Let's bring the gaze back to center. Foot off the top. Let's bring the knees back to center. And just hips on, right in line with the shoulders. Once again, bring the knees in. Wrap the arms around the legs this time. Give yourself a big hug. Yeah, nice big squeeze. Beautiful. Let's go and release. You stretch your heels out towards the corners of your mats. Clear your space. Feel free to add any extra supports. Just going to take the arms on by our sides, palms open. Gently walk the shoulders in. Scoot the tailbone forward away from that low back, giving yourself more space behind that waistline there. And then yogis, let's go and empty out the next exhalation. And then all together, take a deep breath in. Holding at the top of the inhale for 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Let the weight of the body descend back into the earth. Soften around from the center, soften from the center to the heart. And let the body fall into that deep, deep rest. Slowly lengthen and deepen the breath. Bringing movement back into our fingertips and back into our toes. On your next inhalation, just reach your arms back. Stretch out to the heels for that one last final stretch here. And as you exhale, draw the knees in, wrap the arms around the legs, give yourself a big hug. Gently rocking from side to side. And then gently rolling all the way over to our right side. Take your time using your top arm to guide yourself back up to seated. And as you come on up, grab your support. Let's sit tall. All right, let's place the right hand over the belly, left hand over the heart. Bowing our heads in gratitude. Taking this time, giving thanks to ourselves for just simply waking up and dedicating our time to ourselves and honoring our bodies, honoring our breath, and just feeling the joy and the warmth of our own skin. And all together, take a deep breath in. And let it go, side out. Joining the palms together in front of the heart. Thank you all for your time. Thank you all for your support. May this practice continue to support you throughout the rest of your week, your weekend. May it bring you peace and stillness, balance and ease. Namaste.